Alexis Perry had a chance to sit down with Shelby Harris and Noah Fant to talk about the Broncos schedule. Here's that conversation.
I am so thrilled to be joined by Denver defensive lineman Shelby Harris and tight end Noah Fant as we take our first look at the Broncos 2020 schedule that features 3 primetime games for the hometown team. But before we get into the details of all of that, first, guys, as a player, how big of a day is this for you? Finally knowing where you're going to be and when and how the season's going to flow. Shelby, let's start with you.
Yeah, I don't really care. It just kind of this is another day.
I was so thrilled. And now you just, come on.
Well, you got to think about it. Like, honestly, like we already know who we're going to play. It's just a matter of when we're going to play them. I just, for me, it's just most important to try to find out when the bye week is, because you really want to be able to, just be able to rest your body, and you don't want it too early. Like I've had it as early as week 4, like week 5 before. So I feel like our bye week is week 8. It's perfect timing, and I think it's definitely setting us up for success for the season.
All right, well, let's delve a little bit deeper into the schedule, and let's just start with the one that will set the tone for the entire season. Week 1, the season opener up against the Tennessee Titans. Noah, is it nice to get a physical matchup like this one out of the way early?
Yeah, I think it's going to be, a really good game. Coach Vrabel over there at the Titans has, like you were saying, that has them playing very physical. Their defense is good. Their offense is starting to take off. Obviously they had Derrick Henry, who's carrying a boatload of their offense. So I think it'll be a good challenge for us on both sides of the ball, for us on offense and defense. And it'll be a good way to kind of get that initial gauge of what we can do better and what we're doing well in that first week.
Well, week 2, you guys will head to Pittsburgh to face Big Ben and the Steelers. I think we all remember 2018, a little more than a minute left, 3rd and goal. You snatched the game-sealing interception. That was your first and only career interception, am I correct?
Oh, yeah.
Is there any chance that we're going to see one week 2 up against the Steelers again?
Well, unless I'm having another baby. Because, my daughter was born, 2 days before that game. So I felt like she was just like the good luck charm. So unless I'm having another kid I don't know about, then
we'll see.
I feel like, but honestly though, when it comes with like batting balls, it's a good chance you can get an interception off of it. And, our coach, Bill Carlisle, really, preaches batting balls. And so I feel like, there's a chance for an interception every week.
But you won't see your first AFC West foe until week 7 when the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. So Noah, we know the weapons that Denver added this offseason. Are you looking forward to going head-to-head with the definition of an explosive offense in the Kansas City Chiefs, given the weapons that you guys have now too?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I think Mr. Elway did a great job of crafting, different receivers, any offensive skill positions that we needed to kind of take our offense to the next step. So, especially from an offensive mindset, we're going in to compete with that high-powered offense. But at the same time, specifically from me and, any of our teammates, we have a lot of confidence in our defense also. And, we had a couple key additions of Jarrell Casey and AJ Bouye, guys like that, that are going to help our defense out a lot. So I'm definitely excited. I think that's going to be a great game for us. And obviously we get to play them twice out of the year. So those are definitely going to be good games for us.
Week 10 will be the first time that you guys will face the brand new, but not really, Las Vegas Raiders. Noah, you only had the chance to play at the Coliseum once, but like anyone to ever wear a Broncos jersey, you know the history of the rivalry between the Broncos and Raiders well. Is it safe to say that this rivalry will live on even though the Raiders are now in Vegas?
Oh, yeah, it'll definitely continue. The Raiders have their fan base is, definitely special, and they support their team quite a bit. So, I fully believe that black hole will, transfer right over to Vegas, and they'll be there and be loud. And I actually got a chance to drive by going through Vegas, and it's gonna be a really cool stadium to play in. So I'm definitely excited for it.
I don't think it's going to be the same. I just don't see them having much of a hometown appeal. I feel like it's going to be more of like a tourist thing. Like, oh, we're in Vegas, let's go to the game. So.
But don't you think maybe the Vegas Golden Knights are a good example of how it might actually work? The hockey team there, man, they have a fan base that's crazy.
Yeah, you have to be good, though.
He said it, not me. Now that you've seen this schedule, how much confidence do you have in this team heading into this 2020 season?
For me, like I said, like you got to go in thinking you're going to go 16-0. But I think the confidence is high just from all the pieces we've added. And I think we've really addressed some areas of concern, and, to have a veteran play caller now. And I just think finally we have confidence in every phase of the ball for us. And so I'm very confident. I truly believe that, it's going to be a breakout season for us. And we're going to go out whenever we get back out there and put in the work and really put a good product out there for everyone.
Great stuff there with Alexis Perry, Noah Fant, and Shelby Harris. I like that little trash talk there from Shelby Harris. He came back. He's looking forward to those matchups against the Raiders. But let's talk about that for just a minute. Ben, I'll come to you first. One of the things that we've talked about many times on Broncos Country Tonight is how players tend to go 1 week at a time. Alexis kind of softballed that question up there for Shelby. Hey, listen, are you excited about the schedule? He's like, in the end, we're just going to have to play who we play.
Well, I mean, that's how it is. Players do take it 1 week at a time in reality. They might have a game or two scheduled on there that they circle and kind of either want to get some licks in for something that happened previously or things like that. But for the most part, it is 1 week at a time. We talked to Dalton Reisner, and he's got that Kansas City game circled because he wants to go back and beat the Super Bowl champs and break the streak. But, unless you've got a personal grudge, it's just who we play this week. Let's get it done, get a W, and move on to the next one.
Noah Fant talked a little bit about that matchup against the Titans, Matt. And last time the Broncos shut them out. Do you believe that the Broncos are considerably better than the Titans right now? Or do you think that because Ryan Tannehill was inserted into the lineup and they kind of went on a bit of a run after that game, that maybe the Broncos have a little bit different matchup now?
I definitely think the Broncos have a bit of a different matchup. I know that Tennessee liked Tannehill when he came in, and when he got his opportunity, he made the most of it. But think about how the Broncos were also a different team after Drew Lock was inserted into the starting lineup.
All right, great stuff. Matt Boyer, thank you to Alexis Perry. Thank you, Noah Fant. Thank you, Shelby Harris. For Benjamin Albright, I'm Ryan Edwards. Thank you for watching Broncos Country Tonight.